Jakarta, Indonesia. Hình ảnh từ trên không. Đẹp quá chứ, thấy đâu có tệ. Cái này là đi vô xe subway rồi đó, cái xe điện á, xe điện ngầm đó. cái mo rồi. Đúng rồi, cái mo rồi. Cái mo cũng sang mà ha. Thời điểm của mùa dịch rồi nên ai cũng mang khẩu trang hết không, mà còn sinh hoạt được vậy là may lắm mà. Hình như đây nó kêu là phố Tàu. đất nước này nó tới gần 250 triệu dân luôn mà. Diện tích của nó thì tới 1 triệu, hình như 1 triệu 6 km vuông lận, 18.000 mấy cái đảo. Nó là thuộc là một cái quốc gia mà lớn thứ tư của thế giới, sau Trung Quốc, Ấn Độ, Mỹ tới Indo. Tại vì nó bị đứt, là có nhiều đảo nó đứt ra. Đẹp quá. Nó nói là cái khu downtown của nó, tức là khu trung tâm, rộng lớn mà đẹp quá. Chỗ nào cũng mấy tầng này. cái đảo Bali. Xem coi ruộng bậc thang nè. Mà đây bậc thang này là nhẹ nhẹ. Ở đây là bậc thang nó hơi nặng nặng hơn chút. Cây cỏ cũng xanh tươi quá ha. Đền thờ của người Hindu. Thác nước đẹp quá ha. Ruộng bậc thang giống như là ở Sapa của Việt Nam vậy. Còn đây cũng cái đền thờ Hồi giáo, cái cục đất hồi nãy cũng nổi tiếng lắm. Cái đền thờ gì ở đây nè. Cái lễ gì ở đây? Người ta đang làm lễ. Lớn quá ha. cảnh chụp hình nữa. Cá quá trời cá luôn, mấy con rùa. Đây là cái chắc cái miệng núi lửa tồn tại lại thành cái hồ. Đây mấy cái nhà độc đáo ha. Tộc đặc biệt nào đây, ở cái chỗ mà để người ta chôn xác chết đó. Nó chôn vô trong một cái hang đó. Núi lửa vẫn còn ở Mỹ kìa. Chỗ này nó cao khoảng 2 km mấy. Đây cũng ở Mỹ thôi. Khi nó tắt rồi thì ngay cái lỗ đó nó thành cái hồ nước. Mà nếu mà hồ nước ở đó thì nó sẽ ấm, nó nóng. Một thời rồi sao bây giờ là không còn khói ha. Nhìn cái tướng của nó là biết là nó một thời quanh liệt rồi. Cái vùng này đó là có mấy con rồng Komodo. Chắc hồi cái thời xa xưa nó có, chứ bây giờ chắc không còn nữa. Ở đây nè. Nó cũng có đền đài vậy đây. ảnh này là chắc cũng có thể là một thời với Đế Thiên Đế Thích ở Campuchia. Cái công xưởng mà cái kỹ nghệ nước dừa đó, sản xuất cái nước dừa vô lon vô hộp đó. Còn cái đồng điện dừa của nó là thấy cũng thấy cánh đồng dừa, thấy mút mắt luôn không? Đang huấn luyện cho ảnh đó. Bây giờ anh lên trên cái dừa, ảnh bẻ dừa nè. Rồi được một cái. Nó theo dõi. xoay mà anh lấy cái miệng này anh cắn cho sức sức cái cuộn đó ra. Đây là đám cưới cổ truyền của người Indo.
Yang kedua kalinya Rasulullah SAW bersabda, an-nikahu sunnati famarra'an sunnati falaysa minni. Nikah itu menjadi sunnahku, barang siapa tidak mengikuti sunnahku falaysa minni, tidak termasuk golonganku. Mudah-mudahan Anda berdua, saudara Al-Wali dan saudari Rizka, digolongkan sebagai umat Rasulullah Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Amin. Yang ketiga kalinya bahwasanya tidak ada manusia yang sempurna. Kesempurnaan hanya milik Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Mas Al-Wali banyak kelebihan, tetapi sebagai manusia biasa tentu pasti juga ada kekurangannya. Begitu juga dengan saudari Rizka. Fungsi dari keluarga adalah menutupi aib ataupun kekurangan dari pasangan kita masing-masing. Mudah-mudahan dengan berprinsip begitu menjadikan keluarga Anda keluarga yang tenang, keluarga yang bahagia, keluarga yang sakinah, mawaddah warahmah.
Con dâu chú rể.
Saudara Al-Wali Wali Al-Alqab Solihin bin Dr. Andes Haji Solihin MM. Saya nikahkan Rizka Rani Safitri SPI binti Hartoyo, putri saya, dengan saudara Al-Wali Wali Al-Alqab bin Dr. Andes Haji Solihin dengan mas kawin seperangkat alat sholat dibayar tunai.
Saya terima nikahnya Rizka Rani Safitri SPI binti Hartoyo dengan mas kawin tersebut dibayar tunai.
And we're going to explore Jakarta's Chinatown.
Bây giờ mời các bạn theo chân của cái người bạn Mỹ, anh Mạc Quen. Đây là một nhân vật nổi tiếng về ẩm thực du lịch.
We took the back way to get to Chinatown through the back streets, but we are definitely in Chinatown now. The whole, it's still Jakarta, but you can definitely feel that it's Chinatown. We passed a couple of Chinese temples already, and you can see some of the old Chinese buildings that are evidence that we are in Chinatown, as well as, I think we're going to walk through a market soon. I've seen some people carrying lots of bags. And also in Chinatown, they also have bicycle rickshaws, which are available for transportation.
Bây giờ anh đi bộ qua bên cái chợ này.
Gotten to the market section of Glodok. There is a lot of beautiful looking fruits and vegetables. And actually, this Chinatown kind of reminds me of Bangkok's Chinatown, Yawarat. A lot of similarities. And it's a very tight and busy place. A lot of business and commerce and markets everywhere you look.
Trong chợ nó buôn bán giống y như Việt Nam ha.
We just took a turn down a side alley. This is just a walking alley, and we are en route to a famous coffee shop. I think it's somewhere down here and maybe to the right. The market street is a really great atmosphere, but then when you get down on these even side alleys, it's really quiet back here and really nice. A lot of people are very friendly, and there are lots of random things for sale. Just look at this quantity of avocados.
Campur.
Campur. Okay, campur.
Cái này gì đây?
Suka ini sih kulit.
Oh, okay, no. That one is nang mu, เป็นnang mu ใช่ไหม
Pare.
Yes. ดูเหมือนกัน
Nih, keren.
Oke.
Sini aja ya. Pinggir.
Oke.
Đây là có giống như hoa hồng ở trong đó.
We're just walking through the alley. We haven't made it to the coffee shop yet, but I saw a guy selling siomai from his motorbike. He had a variety of different things in his steamer, and we kind of just chose a number of different things. I think these are the actual siomai, and then there's some tofu, and then he also had one with bitter melon, I think pork stuffed into bitter melon, and so I got one of those. And then this is definitely a Chinese style of a dish, but what really makes it Indonesian is that they serve it with peanut sauce. So after he finished slicing them all up, he put a big scoop of peanut sauce, and then he squeezed on some ketchup manis, which is sweet soy sauce, and I think that's kind of a chili sauce on the side there. So I'm gonna try one of these first, dip it into the peanut sauce. Wow, that has a very squishy kind of texture, almost like mochi glutinous rice texture to it, and and then at the tail end of my bite, then I can taste some sesame oil and maybe a little bit of minced pork. That's just a straight up piece of tofu with the sweet peanut sauce and a little bit of chili in there as well. I really love bitter melon. It has such a wonderful bitter flavor, and then it's juicy and has like a cucumber crispness to it. What is the name of your shop?
Just vegetarian, is it? Oh, I can show you.
Thank you. As I was eating that plate of siomai, I was standing right across the street from a vegetarian restaurant. Amazing day, it's Mark Wiens. I'm in Bali, Indonesia, and today is going to be a big day of Indonesian food in Bali. We're going to go to some of the most legendary must-eat street food stalls and local restaurants in Bali. It's going to be some seriously amazing food, and I can't wait to share it all with you today. We are starting off this morning in Sanur, which is right on the beach. It's a beautiful location, and this is a warung, a street food stall. Some people consider it to be the best nasi Bali. Hi.
Photography dip?
Yes, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Aji.
Hello, I'm Air.
Very nice to meet you. And they got here first in line. Yes, you've got the best. They already have seats right in front of the food. They're setting up food. It looks amazing. Thank you. When I reached out to you and asked where I should eat in Bali, this was one of the #1 suggestions. This was one of the top recommended places that many of you recommended. So a big thank you. I can't wait to try the food, especially after seeing it's so colorful. There's such an assortment of dishes. morning breakfast wait is over. And by the way, let me just quickly introduce you to Made. I'm hanging out with Made today. He's driving us around. How's the food, Made? Awesome. Made is the best driver. Made has just shown me that today we got kind of lucky because there's a lawar, which is a lawar nyawan. A lawar is a coconut like relish mixture in Bali, and this one is made with the beehive, I think. It's the beehive, so it's actually very rare to find in Bali these days, and it is a delicacy, and I think we got a little lucky to get it today. Oh, that is unbelievable. Oh, I got a piece of chicken in that bite and a shred of coconut. Next up, I'm gonna try to get a bite just of the lawar with the beehive and the coconut. It's just like solidly coconut, like roasted old coconut, so it has a crunch to it. But then at the same time, you taste a little bit of like an earthy, slightly sweet beehive taste to it. It's just packed full of coconut. Made said there's 3 different types of sambal. The red sambal, which is sambal ulak.
Yeah, sambal ulak.
And then there's sambal goreng, which is fried sambal, and then sambal mata.
Is the raw
shallots.
Yeah.
Okay, the raw sambal. Okay. You can taste the bitter melon in that bite. So that just adds another dimension of flavor. You got a little bitterness, plus spicy, plus sweet, plus salty, plus coconut. Every single taste bud flavor you can imagine, all on one plate. Now this is a high quality breakfast. That will wake you up in the morning. Those flavors are so strong and so good and so complementary. And like I said, you have every single flavor on a single plate. I think most of the dishes are all chicken, and it's halal as well. So come check this place out. Wow. It's called Warung Menweti. It's truly a legendary place, so thank you all very much for recommending it. Okay, we've got a lot more to eat today, so let's continue to the next place. The next restaurant that we're going to, it's another very, very well-known restaurant. It's actually just down the beach from here, so we're gonna just walk there. To the next warung, and this one is called Warung Makbang, and they're famous for their fish head soup. I ordered my drink of choice, which is es teh tawar, which is just iced tea.
Đây là cái tiệm ăn.
It's the spot. Oh, that's refreshing. This is a warung, a local restaurant that, again, many of you recommended this place, so huge thank you to all of you who recommended it. This is a place that's known especially for their fish head soup, but you get a whole set with fish head soup, and then also fried fish and rice. And oh, terima kasih. Oh, and it has just arrived, the whole set. Oh, it looks and smells amazing. Okay, I'm gonna start with just some of this soup. Let me just taste this broth. You can see there are pieces of the fish. Oh, I got a cheek. Yes. Okay, here's a half a face right here, and an eyeball. And then this kind of looks like, I think it kind of looks like cucumber. Okay, let me just taste some of that broth first. Oh, that's a broth of wonders. Maybe there's a little bit of turmeric and like fried garlic and shallots in there. But the like unique factor in there is the cucumber. That gives it, you can taste that, like, you know how you always hear that cucumbers are cooling and refreshing? You can taste like the cooling, even though it's a hot soup, you can taste the cucumber cooling in there. You can already tell that's just gonna be just extremely hot. That cucumber's insane though. The set comes with the soup and the fried fish, and then the fried fish comes with sambal, which is always excellent and one of the joys of eating in Indonesia. I'm gonna squeeze in the citrus. I think this is a little mini lime. All right, and then dig into the fish. It's just fried to golden perfection. And I'm not sure if this is it looks kind of like king mackerel, possibly. Okay, I'll put this onto my rice. Onto the rice. Kind of mash this up a little bit. Oh, and this sambal looks incredible. You can see that chili oil down below there, and there might be some, maybe there's some soy sauce they added in here too. After tasting both the soup and the fried fish, you know exactly why this restaurant is so popular. That fried fish is absolutely like perfect. Sometimes when you have a piece of fried fish like this, it gets really dry. That is like, it's remained moist, yet it's crispy on the edges. That sambal is fantastic too. It's like it just has a hint of a sweetness to it. You can taste that citrus in there. You can taste the chilies. It's wonderful. That's just an insanely superb combination. That just melts in your mouth. This is another award-winning sambal. I could just eat like spoonfuls of it. Look at that chunk of fish. It's like oily. You can feel those omega fats, and then with just covered in that sambal. It's just absolutely insane. You won't believe how moist and juicy that fish is while still being deep fried. Okay, we just finished with that fish head soup and that fried fish. That was absolutely extraordinary. And we got here just at the right time. They are now, hello, they are now packed. I loved it. I loved it. It's exactly 9 a.m. right now. 2 back-to-back extraordinary meals. Okay, let's continue eating. We're on our way to Denpasar now and on our way to go eat satay. Place that we're eating is called Satay Plecing Arjuna, and this is a very well-known satay place. I can't wait. This is a type of satay that I've never tried before in Indonesia. Satay sapi plecing and satay babi plecing. I just ordered, they have both beef and pork for the satay plecing, and they're doing all the grilling back here in this little shed back here. And so he's grilling the little skewers, and he dunks them into this oil chili, and then of course grills them on an extraordinarily hot fire. You can see those like burning hot coals, and he actually has a blower which is attached to power here, which is keeping those, just fanning those coals so that they are just flaming hot. We ordered 2 different types of satay, beef and pork. And so the beef one is called satay sapi plecing, and the pork one is satay babi plecing. And I'm gonna grab that one right on the top there. It's just caked in that sambal. Oh, that ratio on this first satay is literally like half meat, half chili sambal. Oh, I can smell shrimp paste. I think shrimp paste in there as well. Okay. It is a little bit spicy, but it looks a lot spicier than it is. However, the chilies are very, very fragrant. I'm pretty sure there is some like shrimp paste in there. What I love, it's not sweet at all. It's just like pure chilies, and then the smoky meat just protrudes underneath it. Okay, next up for the pork satay. Oh, it's the same sambal, but the pork is a little more tender, as well as a little more sweet. You can taste that the pork has been marinated in some, maybe like a sugary ketchup mayonnaise soy sauce blend. Okay, now I'm gonna try some of that soup, and there are beef pieces in it as well. Okay, the soup is amazing. It's such a like clean, beefy broth. It's salty. You can really taste those crispy shallots in there. And then that beef is so tender. Oh, it's just been boiled away in there. Oh, that's a lovely, soothing broth. Okay, let's keep going with these beef skewers. I love it. It just really focuses on that sambal. That sambal has a nice chili flavor. just sliding them down.
Món đó có 4 đồng, 80 mấy xu.
The beef was a little tough. The pork was more tender, but the sambal was fantastic. Next dish is probably the #1 dish that Bali is known for. One of the absolute must-eat Balinese food dishes is babi guling, which is roast pig. And I think everybody has their favorite place. Everybody has a place they love to go. But one of the top-rated babi guling in all of Bali is Pak Dobil. Unfortunately, you have to get there here really early to see the entire pig. They've already chopped it all up and dismantled and chopped it into small pieces, the entire pig. But they roast the whole pig here, and then they have all the different side dishes. And when you order a plate of babi guling in Bali, then they first scoop you a plate of rice, and then they dish everything, and then it always comes with a bubbly pork juicy soup as well. And it comes with some crispy pork cracklings, and then there's a satay, there's some lawar, there is some sambal under here, and then some pieces of the roast pig skin, and then under that is some pieces of the actual roast pork, and you can see that sambal in there too. And I'll just make my first bite count. A little bit of everything, including pork and skin and lawar and all that sambal. Oh, that is a worthy first bite. Oh, that's insane. Oh, that skin is so crispy. If you don't have it at the right angle and you bite down, it will just like cut a hole in your gums. That's the kind of crispy skin you want when you eat babi guling. Oh, that's unbelievably good. That has all the components of a wonderful babi guling. I want a pile of that sambal. Okay. Soup is nice and salty, but also really good. It has kind of a little bit of an herbal flavor. You can taste maybe some green onions and cilantro in there. And then it's just very, yeah, it's definitely porky and salty. Oh, that's good. Another like sweet caramelized pork skewer. And now for that crunchy bit. And it almost looks like fried chicken skin. That's like a pork crouton. Oh, it's so crispy and garlicky as well. Crispy, juicy porkiness. I've had quite a few plates of babi guling now in Bali. I think this is one of the better plates. Everything is really fresh. Everything's really vibrant. And the ingredients taste very high quality. The pig they've done a really good job with their pig here. I'm going to ask for some of the sambal. Can I have some sambal goreng?
Sambal, ya.
Terima kasih. I'm glad I noticed it on someone else's plate who's sitting next to us. But they missed serving me the sambal goreng, which is the fried chili sauce. Well, they're just chilies but fried. But normally they would serve it on a complete plate if you are local, but you might have to ask for it if you're a foreigner. This is the sambal goreng. You can see some garlic in there. These are chilies. Okay, now we are talking here. Oh, okay. That just made it the best babi guling I think I've had in Bali so far. Oh man, you could just eat this sambal goreng by the spoonful. It's so good. That sambal goreng just takes it to the next level. That was an absolutely sensational plate of babi guling, and now if you look at the line, this place is packed. It's right at lunchtime now. Oh, that hit the spot. That was so good, and actually they're really nice here as well. They didn't give me the sambal goreng. Actually, it was very kind of them because they thought maybe I didn't like spicy. But if you love spicy, make sure you ask them to give you the extra sambal goreng. That really bumps up the flavor level to the next level. It's even good without that. But with that, it's just, yeah, that's one of the best places at babi guling I've had. Really top notch. Great place.
Giờ coi ảnh đi đâu nữa đây.
We made the drive. I think it was about an hour and a half. I definitely had the food dozes on that drive, but Made brought us to this little warung, and they are famous for mujair nyat, which is a dish that we're about to find out what it is. This is a nice little place, so this is where we're eating next. Oh, this is beautiful. They have these little cabanas here overlooking the farm. Terima kasih. We got two different types of fish, and I think they're all tilapia, freshwater tilapia. We got one bakar, which is grilled, and they really know how to grill a fish fast with that blower on super high charcoal heat. And then also one of the mujair nyat. It's bubbling away over here, and they're preparing one. It's in the wok now, and you can smell a lot of herbs and spices in there. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a stew or a curry, but it smells incredibly good. We got our own little private table, and we are sitting down for some mujair nyat. This is that's a great dish to say. It's served on a tray with rice and water spinach, as well as peanuts and some sambal mata, which is the fresh sambal. And you can just see how it is just caked in that curry paste. You can see it's kind of chunky. I'm not sure what's all in here, but yeah, I can guess a lot of things. That fish, and then you can add a little more of that chili, that curry paste, and put this onto your rice. Mash your rice down a little bit, and maybe get a little bit of sambal on there. Yeah, it is awesomely good. It's like almost like a nutty tasting curry sauce, and it tastes kind of chunky with lemongrass. There's chilies in there, probably a lot of galangal as well. That's fantastic. And you can mix it with some of the kangkung as well, which is the water spinach, and a little bit of the sambal on top of there. It's wonderful. It's really awesomely good. Now this is the mujair bakar, which is the grilled fish. And they topped it with some sambal, and then they just roasted it over a crazy hot fire with the blower. And again, I'll set this on the rice, add some of that sambal mata on it. That's good too. That's like a little bit of a sweet chili glaze all over it while it was grilled. And then you do have an incredibly like charred flavor. But you gotta give it up for the nyat nyat. That's the dish here. And this is what I think most people order. Yeah, that's what you have to order when you come here. Okay, I'm getting down to the bottom of the fish here. And what I just discovered is that stuffed within the fish is a bunch of the chili paste, the curry paste, or the herb paste mixture, like a sambal in there that you can pick out of the carcass and dig little pieces of fish, and you can eat with all that sambal in the middle there. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. I love how they squeeze in some lime to give it an extra flavor. Another fantastic meal on this Indonesian food tour of Bali day. This place is called Warung Kintamani.
Món đó là 7
And that
đô
was
la
good.
mấy.
We just made it back to Ubud, and I'm gonna end this Balinese Indonesian food tour right here. It's been an absolutely amazing day of food. Bali is really a food haven, and I hope that this video has given you some ideas of some of the must-eat things when you're in Bali. I'm gonna leave all of the information in the description box below so you can get all of the restaurants I tried in this video and all the information below. And I want to say a big thank you to Made, who drove us around all day. He's the best driver in Bali, hands down, and he's an amazing guy, and he loves to eat as well. Thank you, Made. And I want to say a big thank you to you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now. I'm going to be sharing with you lots more food and travel videos. Goodbye from Bali. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.